Ronnie and Donnie Galyon were born on October 28, 1951, in Dayton, Ohio. They were conjoined twins and had an amazing life that lasted almost 70 years. Their amazing story of surviving and adapting while facing many physical, social, and medical problems made them a sign of strength and endurance. Being joined at the chest and belly and sharing some organs but having separate hearts and lungs, they beat the odds that were against them at birth, and not only survived but thrived in a world that wasn't ready for such unique lives. Ronnie and Donnie died on July 4th, 2020, at the age of 68. They died of natural causes linked to the aging of their shared organs. This essay talks about their early lives, medical background, jobs in sideshows, family life, problems they faced, and what they left behind as the world's oldest conjoined twins. Their births took place at St. Elizabeth's Hospital in Dayton, Ohio, in 1951. Their family and the medical community were shocked when they were born with conjoined twins, which only happens about once every 200,000 live births. From the sternum to the groin, the twins were joined together. Their digestive systems and reproductive organs were the same, but their hearts, lungs, and other important organs were different. At birth, the biggest medical worry was that they wouldn't be able to live with their unique bodies, since many conjoined twins have problems that could kill them in their first few days or weeks of life. The doctors quickly decided that Ronnie and Donnie could not be separated. Since the twins shared tissues and a circulatory system, surgery to separate them would probably kill one or both of them. That's why their parents, Eileen and Wesley Galyon, had to make the hard choice of raising the boys as conjoined twins. In their early years, they had a lot of problems. For example, they needed medical tracking all the time, and special tools had to be made to help them move around and get care. Ronnie and Donnie were strong in the face of these problems, defying early medical expectations that they would not live past childhood. Their parents, especially their father Wesley, worked hard to give the boys the best life possible, even though it was hard on them emotionally and financially to raise conjoined twins. Because the Galyons were having trouble with money, they made a choice that would affect Ronnie and Donnie's lives for a long time. They put them in sideshows and carnivals to raise money for their care. Ronnie and Donnie started performing in sideshows and carnivals when they were very young. This was a popular way to have fun in the middle of the 20th century. The Galyon family did not decide to have the twins exhibited easily. However, they had to in order to pay for the rising medical and daily costs of caring for them. Even though they are considered controversial now, sideshows were a way for people with unusual physical traits, who were often called human oddities, to make a living. Because of how sick Ronnie and Donnie were, they were a reasonable choice for these shows. In circus shows that went all over the United States and Latin America from the 1950s to the 1980s, the twins were on display. They lived most of their lives on the road, going from city to city. People were drawn to them because of their strange state. It was said that the Galyon twins were the world's only living conjoined twins, but at the time, there were other conjoined twins alive as well. In any case, a lot of people were interested in their act, and they became well known across the sideshow scene. Sideshows have been attacked for taking advantage of disabled people, but Ronnie and Donnie seemed to enjoy their job in the entertainment business. Their earnings gave them financial freedom, which was important to their family, and they seemed proud of being able to take care of themselves and their family. As part of their show, they would often answer questions from the crowd, let people get close, and sometimes do simple routines to keep the crowds entertained. Even though these exhibitions were sometimes annoying, Ronnie and Donnie got used to the attention and learned how to put on a show, which helped them do well in their unusual job. Life in the circus, on the other hand, wasn't always easy. People often asked the twins awkward questions and stared at them too much, and their physical limitations made it hard for them to travel and act. Also, as the years went by, people's views on sideshows changed, and these types of entertainment became less popular. By the late 1980s, Ronnie and Donnie were no longer performing in sideshows. This was the end of a time in their lives. Even though Ronnie and Donnie's lives were very public, they stayed close to their family, especially their younger brother Jim. When the twins stopped acting, they moved in with Jim and Mary, his wife, in a house in Dayton, Ohio that had been renovated to fit their needs. Jim and Mary were very important in taking care of the twins as they got older, especially as their health started to get worse because they were getting older while being joined together. The Galyon family showed how much they cared for Ronnie and Donnie by changing their home and daily routines to meet their specific needs. Because of their situation, Ronnie and Donnie were able to live as comfortably as possible thanks to beds, wheelchairs, and bathing equipment that were made just for them. Their brother Jim took care of all of their daily needs, like eating, bathing, and getting them to and from appointments. Ronnie and Donnie never got married or had a love relationship because their health problems made it hard for them to be close to each other. But they were known for being very close to each other and their family. They had a strong desire to live on their own, were funny, and loved life, as their brother Jim often said. Even though they had some physical problems, the twins liked doing things like watching TV, playing games, and talking to people who came over. The twins' positive outlook on life and the support of their family helped them live full lives, even as they got older and faced obstacles. The health of Ronnie and Donnie got worse as they got older, and they needed more and more medical care. Even so, they stayed strong and repeatedly went against what doctors thought would happen. It is very rare for conjoined twins to live to adulthood. Many don't make it past birth or early childhood because of problems with the organs they share. Ronnie and Donnie Galyon's story was unique because they lived for almost 69 years and had a disability that made daily life very hard for them. Their record-breaking lifespan was made possible by their ability to adapt to their circumstances and the medical care they got throughout their lives. One of the main reasons they lived so long was that they took good care of their shared digestive system and other body processes that were linked. Even though their hearts and lungs worked on their own, any problems with their digestive system or other parts they shared could have been very bad for both of them. The pressure on their bodies became more obvious as they got older, and they had more and more pain and health problems because they were joined together. Even so, Ronnie and Donnie were determined to live as freely as possible, and with the help of their family, they were able to keep a pretty good quality of life well into their senior years. The Guinness Book of World Records noted their amazing longevity and named them the world's oldest conjoined twins in 2014. This accomplishment showed how strong they were, how much their family cared for them, and how medical progress helped them deal with their illness all their lives. Their deaths occurred on July 4, 2020, at the age of 68. Naturally, they died because their shared organs were breaking down, which had been happening for a long time and hurt their bodies. The twins' health had been getting worse for a while, and even though their family gave them a lot of love and medical care, their unique medical situation caused complications that led to their deaths. The story of Ronnie and Donnie Galyon questions how people think about disability, what is normal, and how long people can last. The Galyon twins were seen in many ways throughout their lives as sideshow performers, as medical mysteries, and finally as people who overcome huge obstacles to live full lives. Their unusual situation got attention from both the entertainment world and the medical community. Their case helped doctors learn more about how complicated it is to have conjoined twins and how long people can survive in these situations. The twins' public life, especially their time in sideshows, also brings up important questions about the morality of showing people off and how to treat people who are physically different. Ronnie and Donnie seem to enjoy their job as performers, but the sideshow business has a history of being attacked for using disabled people for entertainment. The Galyons chose to be in sideshows in part because they had to in order to support their family. Their experience is a reminder of how few choices people with disabilities had in the past, and how society's views on disability have changed over time. Ronnie and Donnie's story shows how important it is for people with disabilities to have family support, in addition to how they changed medicine and the entertainment business. Their brother Jim took great care of them as they got older, which let them live with honor and comfort, even as their health got worse. The twins were able to do well despite the problems they faced because their family loved and cared for each other. Their lives were both interesting and special, as Ronnie and Donnie Galyon lived them. In their early years, the Galyon twins were medical miracles. Later, they were sideshow performers, and now they live quietly with their family. At every turn, they beat the chances. Their amazing longevity, along with their positive outlook on life with the help of their family, they became a lasting sign of strength and determination. You can learn a lot from their story about how strong the human spirit is, how important family is, and how society sees and treats people who are different. Ronnie and Donnie's impact will continue to motivate and inspire people to think more deeply about what it means to live a full life as conjoined twins and how to do so even when the odds are against you.